Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Black Series Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order. Now, I got this during the lockdown sort of thing. Originally I didn't want Cal Kestis because I was like, oh, I don't have the game. I don't see the point in owning the figure, blah blah blah. Excuses. And then I played the game and I was like, man, this is really cool. I kind of want a figure now. And that's how I ended up with the figure. And he comes with his lightsaber and BD1. I kind of wish that you could change BD1's skin, like you do in the game. Same with his clothing. He's fairly nicely detailed. He does come with his lightsaber, which if you've played the game you know it's actually a double-sided one, or a double-bladed I should say. But one end of it doesn't work. So I'll finish off a little spin there. Now, when I got this guy out of the box, I think he is the first Black Series figure where I honestly thought there was a better way to do this. And this is his ankle joints. I will pull him up in a moment and show you why that is. But first off, we'll just get into the nice close-up stuff. So, I think they've done a good job with the face. I don't think it's one of those photorealistic ones, because it doesn't quite look like the actor. I want to say his name is Cameron Monaghan, but I don't know if that's actually entirely true. But you'd know him because he was in Shameless, and he also played Joker in Gotham. Or, yeah, I would say we'll call it Joker. I know it's like Jerome Valeska and something else. It's been a while. So, not fully realistic to the game character, but close enough. I don't know if getting it in close enough will actually show it off. But sort of like, just trying to find that sweet spot. A little bit further out, yeah. His eyes are probably the worst part of the face. I don't know if this will really do it quite clearly, but one of his eyes looks quite wonkily done, which is unfortunate. But from a distance, you're not going to see it. But zoom out a bit more. So they've moulded, it's not really a poncho, but that sort of poncho-ish top that he has. I realise he actually has a poncho in the game. Maybe a vest is a better way of explaining it. So it's very much like how it is moulded in the game, and it's quite nicely done. And see the, I think they're like information canisters. You often see them in like Imperial pilots and that sort of stuff. But they never really explained what they are. There is a kind of gas canister down on his arse, and if I zoom, or adjust I should say instead of zoom, he is carrying a hand tool. The hand tool doesn't look like it comes out or anything, but it's very much the clothing he wears right at the start, where he's working on the ships. I do have him, as you probably saw from the start, on a base. That is because my one, at least, and I would assume it goes for all of them, has absolutely atrocious balance. So he falls over a lot. Before I move back to Cal, I'll just show you the BD1. It does have a moving head, and it's got, individual joints to his legs. I know that this is horribly. So you can scrunch him up, and then you can extend those legs back out so that he can stand properly. He's actually quite nicely done. Trying to find that sweet spot where it will actually, focus. But it doesn't. Murphy's Law, eh? So he's actually nicely painted. I'm quite pleased with how he looks. And he doesn't stand too poorly, although they are fairly thin legs and stuff, so I would say he's not going to hold up to a hell of a lot of abuse. He's pretty much one of those things, you put him in the position you want him to be in, and then just go from there. Now, I pushed Cal's arms together to get him to hold the lightsaber like this. It probably works best if he is only doing it one-handed, so, there is nice detail in the lightsaber. Nice blue, although the blade is actually bent. I say think, you can actually fix these up with adding a little bit of heat. So articulation wise, just bring it in there. There are some at the wrist, some at the elbow, of course at the shoulder. Quite nice at the shoulder actually. He is somewhat restricted by his top, unfortunately. Pretty much the same for the other side. Head has a little bit of up and down. I wouldn't really say it's got the full Exorcist thing because it hits the collar. You can, I think, hopefully see the eyes there. One of them be this one is a little bit iffy compared to the other. I also think it's kind of an ugly joint here, often the downside of figures that are showing off a bit of skin. You do get like those highly visible joints, whereas if you go for the other arm, it's not as visible sort of thing, It blends just that little bit better. There is articulation at the, the ribs, but there is none at the waist. You get the split with the legs, and there is a joint at the upper thigh, double knee bend. He has very, very tight joints, so really good for that. But of course you get that odd that worry that you're going to bust it sort of thing because of how tight it is. You can actually see here that there is a bit more weathering and detail in the legs, which is quite nice. Now, this is where I think they should have had a bit more articulation at the top of the boots, because what they've done is it's basically like a shoe, and then it joins in at the shoe, and if I do that, you can see how badly it goes out. So to move his feet is actually quite hard, and that's the major thing that I'm like, they could have done better there, because the reality is that because of how tight this joint is, and that it's only just joining into the shoe, it feels like it's something that would very easily break. And given the distribution issues that we've had of late from Hasbro, really something that you don't want to have happen, because the reality is, if it busts, you're probably not going to be able to get another one. I also think because of how much he goes from, nice thickness here down to very skinny here, basically chicken legs, that is one of the things that contributes to his poor ability to stand up. Now, I picked up this figure from EB Games, almost guarantee he's just going to keep falling anyway. Oh, I should actually point out, there is holes in both feet. So, you know, the stands are okay. Well, he stands okay when you get him sort of with something that can actually hold him. Unfortunately, he is very badly off balance and very hard to get in a balanced position. Since I might have missed it, on the back of BD1's head, there is that blue sort of solar panel looking thing. The little grey base there is something I picked up off Mighty Ape. I bought a pack of, I think, 20 of them a long time ago. Very few figures I have actually require them, so I don't really have much use for them. Unfortunately, the peg on it isn't quite high enough to fully lever this guy to give him the nice stability he needs to stand. So pose wise, he's not the best, and like I said, because of that really thin ankle joint, he's quite a worry to work with. All around, not the best of the Black Series figures, but sometimes that happens. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.